Trina, how was your experience till now concerning your stay in Bremen?
Well, it's the first time being outside Africa, coming to a Western world. It was a completely different world for me. But I think what stood out for me was the level of development and also just how people here, especially in Bremen, I don't know if it's the case in other cities, how they take care of their city and how responsible they are towards it, and it in little ways like not littering. I haven't seen any litter around, and I noticed on the very first day we arrived at what was a certain river we went to by ferry to just have a supper snack, and one of the students saw a can and just picked it up without being instructed to. I think that stood out for me. So really the respect for the environment and living space or even educational space, how they really take care of their surrounding, that for me was the highlight. Yeah. And secondly, the fact that people here respect nature. I think that because where I come from, there's a lot of desertification, so a lot of trees are lost in this process, and now we have to sort of suffer the consequences of that. And one of it, and I think the most important, is very little rain. And being here and seeing trees, I don't know if this was planned, but if it was, thumbs up to Germany. Really, yeah. So.
Thank you. What about Emma? What's your first impression of Germany? Or maybe second?
Impression? Well, my impression was quite shocking that we have such strange is it history? Yeah, history here, and yeah, and the people, the way they live is quite different and really confusing. That there are those that are believers and those that are not believers, and yeah, the experience so far was great, and yeah.
Can I add? I've never seen so many bicycles in one place. Yeah, that was interesting to see. I think culture shock right there. Yeah.
Yes, thank you. And Masha, why did you join this partnership, this school partnership?
Because I've always been very interested in other countries and other cultures, and I think it's important for us that we participate in exchanges like that to have a better connection between different cultures, different people around the country. And I'm always excited to learn new things and to experience new things, and living in someone else's place, someone else's country, and daily life for a while. I think that's very exciting. And in this special program, I think it's also very interesting that we focus on the colonial history, because I've never really had the chance to learn a lot about it in the past. So I'm very interested in that, and I think it's important for us to have partnerships like this to prevent anything like that from happening in the future, and to like take a first step in the direction of peace around the whole world. And yeah.
Mhm. Thanks a lot. And what about you, Emma? Why did you join this journey, this partnership?
Wow. Okay. For me too, totally be different because I didn't join voluntarily, like I volunteered to
Voluntarily.
join. I was just selected to join this partnership. Well, I'm really interested in it because it's about the exchanging of culture and history. Like there is a good history between Namibia and Germany. Well, I really want to know more what happened in the past between Namibia and Germany, and yeah, the German's culture. I really want to know
Mm-hmm.
about it, the typical one. Yeah, their food, and yeah, I think it will be great.
Thank you very much. And we are here for global learning and education for sustainable development. And what do you mean, Katrina? What is your goal for this stay?
I think from the perspective of a teacher, and I think everybody is always interested in what they're most passionate about, and for me it's really education, and I would like to see in Africa and maybe a Namibia that is better educated and that is literate better than it is now, and considering that the West or the Western world is maybe a step ahead in that direction, it would always be good to learn new ideas regarding maybe literacy, how to teach, for instance, and mainly struggling learners or maybe slow learners. Yeah, and I think the idea is to teach or educate people on sustainable development, or even just development in general. It's not possible to do this without education. I think education is central to this, and I would like for this partnership to sort of birth projects that really focus on basic education, and we move from there. Yeah.
So I think that's great, and I wish you all the best for your stay here, that you
Thank you.
get the goals.
Thank you.
And thank you very much for answering our questions.
Welcome.
Thanks.